Look at that. I think we're live. Ooh, it's gonna be weird listening to my own echo. State of play with Sony. It's gonna be weird. I should probably grab my iPad or something for chat. Let me do that. I'm traveling. Yo. Okay. That might work. What's going on, Rolls? What's going on? What's going on, Tim? Let's see if I can get this ball rolling here. Hopefully audio comes in okay. How choppy this is going to be. Not hearing anything. Any sound? Does anyone hear sound on the stream, or is it just me? So you can hear the sound? Not the video. Okay, so that's what I thought. Let's well, we'll get this going. This is what happens when you try to work from away. Oh, that might be a reason. Let's go live here. How's that? Huh.
Masks, powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance.
Still no sound?
To tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip.
Well, I'm glad that it's happening.
Who allows you to slow down the world around you.
Nah, you shouldn't need headphones. Let's take a look here.
Out of existence. Bending the rules of reality and altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We also
We'll remove that.
Fourth mask, the Kano, but that's going to have to wait for another day. What we can tell you today, though, is that Crash isn't the only character you get to take control of during this adventure. For starters, you can play the entire game as Coco. Any level that you can play as Crash, you can also play as Coco. It's also very important for us that you take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex. He's all about using his blaster to change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingo Dial. I repeat,
how's that?
Dingo Dial in Crash 4. Now, a lot has changed in the years since we last saw Dingo Dial. In fact, he hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension.
All right. So we've got audio from the stream and my audio.
One more surprise.
Excellent.
I'm incredibly excited to show you today. The Crash Bandicoot series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play.
We got this. We can do this.
It's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table. So we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call inverted mode. It's our souped up, bumpa-berry fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspective shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience. One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward. We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well. Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experiences in store for them. So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you.
That's interesting. So they can remix their own game with kind of like filters or shaders.
Today's State of Play is loaded with third-party updates for PS4 and PSVR, and some new PS5 gameplay too.
PS4. So this is going to be
Crash 4. It's about time.
This is going to be mostly
PlayStation 4 on October 2nd.
Did they say Vita? Oh no, PSVR. Okay.
Now let's keep the party going with the latest from IO Interactive.
So is this a way for them to keep supporting the current gen at the moment? Interesting.
Besides, this is your big day. You should mingle, have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that. My art speaks for itself.
Well, I have to go. I'll call you when I get back home.
Remove some banners here. So that was a single toilet in there. Was the guy okay with someone else walking in on a single bathroom? That's strange. So it looks like Braid is getting an anniversary edition, which is kind of cool because this was one of the first indie titles
We are
to come out.
happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition. It's the classic puzzle adventure where you
I don't-
manipulate time, hand repainted for modern high resolutions.
Many areas have been re-envisioned to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game. There are new animations for smoother motion,
Improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming, and visual art.
we plan to make it the most detailed commentary.
So
in
far,
any
nothing
game
that I've
ever.
seen right now
So
has
if you
been
want to learn how
PlayStation
video
exclusive.
games are made, Braid
This
Anniversary
is
Edition
definitely
will be a really
games
good
that are
resource.
third party
Hope
for
you'll enjoy
everybody.
the game when it comes out early next year.
Rolls, you've never heard of Braid? Oh my god. I think we've talked about it on the show once or twice. Braid was definitely one of the first independent games, like one of the big popular breakout indie titles
The
that came out.
Pathless is a mythic adventure set on
So,
a mystical island. Let's take a quick
It was
tour
kind of the
in this
beginning
new
of like
footage
that
captured from
indie renaissance
PS5.
that we've been having the past like 10 years or
Hi
so.
everyone, this is Matt Nava from Giant Squid. I'm excited to share more with you today about our upcoming game, The Pathless.
I don't think Pathless is exclusive though to PS5, or is it?
The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game
I'll
set
have
in a
to
vast
fact check
forest.
myself before I say
You
something.
play as the Hunter. The Hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot talismans to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape.
Yeah, so this is a multi-platform game.
Fluid,
PS5,
dynamic
PS4,
movement is at the core
iOS,
of the Pathless.
Windows,
So the game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not
TV
hitting down
OS, and
sights.
Mac.
This
This is
design
interesting.
critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers. You instantly feel as skilled as the hunter herself.
Looks pretty cool.
With help from the eagle, you can even fly.
The
Bond between the hunter and
eagle.
the eagle is central in the Pathless. You can gain altitude while you glide by flapping. Make sure you pet the eagle to keep it clean and in good flying condition. You'll find secrets all over the island, if you know where to look. Collecting crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap. You'll also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures. The Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open world games, there's no map. Instead, the hunter can use her mask to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been. Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision.
This reminds me a lot of Journey.
Giant cursed spirits, the source of the darkness, will pose a constant threat to you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the eagle.
Very isolated kind of adventure.
Stay still in the light to avoid detection.
A little bit of Horizons. Very much Horizon Zero Dawn.
Spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks.
Let's chomp on some fries.
When the obelisks are restored, the cursed spirits will be vulnerable. Chase them down through the forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle.
Feels like Shadows of the Colossus as well. Kind of chasing down these giant monsters, hitting weak points. Very boss rush like.
The hunter and eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world. I hope you've enjoyed this overview of The Pathless. We've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore and discover.
It's funny because that's coming out on PS4 as well, but they put it as a PS5 game.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky. For Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place. So many people became fans.
What's going on, Alan?
Friends and family, and even strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play the game together. And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building a game community and fans. I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways. For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys and find hidden passageways. And you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves. As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them. Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about.
Part 1 still has a huge online
They
following.
players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game. I have two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories
I'm definitely on the second side of this.
They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2. It's been a long journey, but it's going to be worth it. Thanks.
All right, so that comes out next month.
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with a closer look at Genshin Impact.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Is it just me, or does every game like this always feel like Breath of the Wild now?
I deal in death. If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
What is this disturbance to which I awaken?
Huh? Think you can get away?
This?
Time for takeoff!
I claim your mind for the Void Armada. Gods have screamed for my mercy. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance? mission of yours. What a waste of stardust.
This looks fun.
Go all out or go home, Emperor.
I have no idea what's going on.
It's time to talk.
They didn't even say the name of that one. They're just like, here it is. Here's something.
Captured from PS5.
Oh, bug snacks.
Is open. Come join me on the island of Bugsnax.
Wow, that's your new lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a two-bit con artist. Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense. I swear, if you chase this Bugsnax story, you're out of a job.
You're the journalist. Lisbeth said you'd be coming. There's a bug snack right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
The bunger.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my
Oh, that's creepy.
bug snack is. And feed it to me, Obs.
How's that little sprout doing, Mrs. Papa? Oh, of course he does. Well, I have a few prototype traps that I could put to use.
Is that an Oreo?
Nobody hates you yet. You can catch bug snacks and bring everybody back to Snacksburg.
To Snacksburg. Ooh.
Well, say you do find these bug snacks and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
There's a lot more in store. Let's start with an update on an eagerly awaited PlayStation VR game.
The Force is strong with you.
You must stop, Vida.
I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
So that's good that's coming, because that is an Oculus exclusive right now. So I've got that on my Quest, and it's pretty fun.
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
All right, so we got Remedy, 505. Well, that flipped to a different style altogether. They said this state of play was only 40 minutes long, so about 10 more minutes. That's already on PC. Auto chess. This is weird. Huh.
Now let's take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
We are the forest shadows. Ghosts. Running silently between the straight, cold lines of a corrupt state.
All right.
No, don't shed a tear.
They count, ration, manipulate.
There's a wolf in the night and he's talking.
They've taken everything from those they claim to protect. Authority and steel will not stop us. We aren't an invading army. We are wraiths. We bypass defenses and strike at the heart.
The ghost of the forest, the wraith of the night. Won't think twice, he'll be by your side. The stag is giving, it's the archer's eye.
We take back what was
Okay.
and the people call us heroes.
This accent's a little bad. It like comes and goes.
To others, we are rivals.
We are all outlaws. But some of us will become legends.
When hurts will fly from the dead all night.
Oof. Even the music sounds like it's ripping off Pokemon.
Before we wrap up, let's
Yeah.
take a tour of Godfall. We've got new PS5 gameplay for this melee-focused action epic launching this holiday.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Today, you'll be seeing extensive gameplay captured on a PlayStation 5 development kit. Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress and something development kit. Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product as we continue to learn and harness the power of Sony's next-generation console. Please enjoy. So let's jump right into what Godfall is. Godfall is
Oh, Sakurai, I'm sure it's fraud. I'm not saying it isn't. It just you can almost feel the what you don't want to make the game that we want, well, so we'll just make our own.
Playing alone or through
Heavily inspired, of course.
2 additional teammates. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire. Godfall is a complete package. All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay. There are no microtransactions, no waiting for content. It's all in the game on day one. As you adventure, you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history. Now let's talk about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher. Our game is therefore 1 part gear-driven and 1 part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment from mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. From a combat philosophy perspective, the melee combat in Godfall is intended to be fluid, dynamic, and interactive, embracing offense over defense. More often than not, you'll be facing multiple enemies. As a result, you should always be moving and closing the gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies. and the game rewards you for being aggressive. Now that you're familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the weapons themselves. In Godfall, there are 5 weapon classes: the longsword, the dual blades, the polearm, the two-handed warhammer, and the two-handed greatsword. Each weapon class has their own unique movesets and play styles, ranging from fast combos to more strategic, deliberate play. As you defeat enemies in your adventures, you will acquire numerous weapons for each weapon category, each weapon with their own primary and secondary traits. At a later date, we will delve into the weapon classes and how to modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades and longsword weapon classes. The dual blades are the fastest weapon class in Godfall, embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are
I think the development for this game has been around for at least 3-4 years. I think I remember seeing Godfall at PAX many years ago.
The dual blades heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can also be used as a finisher at the end of your light attack combo. So what are the signature moves for the dual blades?
Sorry, where I'm at right now, my broadband is not like it is at home. So being able to pump out 1080p 60 and stream is something I can't do here.
Towards you, pulling a cable. Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class. Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups. Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack combo. There are 3 signature moves for the longsword class. There's Spectral Flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path. Notice there's a white flash after a longsword swing called a timing attack. If you press the shield button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword. The shield is a core part of Godfall. It's available to you throughout the entire game. You can always block incoming attacks with your shield. If you press the shield button at the right time, you can also parry an attack. You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike. The shield is great not just for defense, but also offense. You can aim and throw your shield, which will hit multiple nearby targets. If you tap the shield button just as you catch your shield, you can perform a powerful wave attack. You can double tap the shield button to petrify enemies. And of course, you can perform an R3 ground finisher on enemies that were knocked down to the ground.
Oof.
We hope you enjoyed our first walkthrough video of Godfall running on the PlayStation 5. We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in December. We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season. We hope that you will join our Godfall community on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
That's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this peek into the future of PlayStation. See you next time.
Interesting. That was interesting. I don't know what they were doing. Okay. I guess I'm a little confused on what they were hoping to accomplish there. Like these were all games. They were all third-party games. They weren't first party. And let's see here. Yeah, man, like that was weird. Like it was a bunch of games, but like nothing was spectacular. You took a day in the middle of the week, and I guess this might have been something that they would have talked about at E3, but since they didn't have E3, and I guess I know that a lot of these games are coming out like next month, but it's just weird to me that you've got this PS5 that's coming out in like a month and a half, 2 months, maybe November. And you didn't show us the system again. You didn't show us a release date. You haven't given us a price. Who's going to do this first? Because people just can't drop $500 on a console. I mean, obviously they know it's going to be around that price. Yeah, man. Like Godfall was just, I mean, it looked great, right? That could have been its own thing. It could have been a trailer released by Gearbox. Why was it on the PlayStation? I mean, it's a Windows game as well. It's coming out on Windows. So according to the website, it's PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows. So it's not a complete system exclusive, maybe a console exclusive. Nothing they showed was a console exclusive. So yeah, that is the Sony state of play, folks. All of those games are $59.99, give or take. You don't get any of those with any type of service or new system. You have to buy everything. Like that's, I guess I get. We talked about this on the show, the old style and the new style, and I get it. I like owning my own games, but none of that. I'm not going to play most of that because I won't buy it, not day one, unless I like Braid. Maybe I'll pick up Braid because I liked it before. Crash Bandicoot, that looked great too. I'll probably pick that up. The Pathless, that looks great, but it's also coming out on iOS, which means that it'll have mobile controls. So I don't know what that was 40 minutes. That was an hour of Sony time. And you didn't give me any Sony. So okay. We got some bug snacks. That was fun. All right, Sony. I'm guessing this is more, again, the consensus is Sony already won this next gen. Okay. I don't know what to say about that. That was interesting. It was 40 minutes of like hype. and I was expecting maybe some more info on your new system. You know, the system that's coming out in a month and a half or two. But where's your price? Where's your accessories? Where's your packaging? Give me all that. So now, are we waiting on Microsoft to have another small state of play or whatever in a couple weeks so that we know what their price is? Who's going to tell us first? I don't know. All right. Yeah, no, it looked great. Hitman looks great. That's a cross-platform game. Although, did you watch that little trailer? I thought it was interesting that he kills the guy in the bathroom. The guy is facing the window, but the bathroom wasn't a public bathroom. It was a single toilet bathroom. So the guy wasn't startled that someone else walked in. I don't know about you, but if you walk into a single stall bathroom and you close the door, if someone else was to walk in there, I'd be like, what are you doing? Why are you in here? But he was looking out the window, and 47 walked in, opened the door, and you see, and there's only one bathroom, like one toilet, one sink. So I'm like, that's weird design. Like, that would have startled me, and I would know that someone was going to come and kill me. Nah. Just an observation to that. That was weird. That was a weird trailer. All right. Well, that's it. I was expecting some more talk. I don't have anything to talk about. There was nothing shown. I'm sad. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. Like go watch that again if anyone didn't catch it. Yeah, here we go. We've got another event, another 40-minute event with no answers. There's nothing shown. I still don't know what games you're playing on your PlayStation 5. Like, what are the launch titles? Can I play PS4 games? What are the select titles? Can you play all of them? I've heard rumors that you can now play all of them. The rumors that some controllers work, some don't. You have to have a DualSense. Does the DualSense work with PlayStation 4? What's the price? What's the price of your digital version versus the one without the disc drive? We are rapidly heading into the fall. We are 1 week into August, and September is around the corner, and you've got games, next-gen games launching in September with no next-gen console. Where are we at here? Microsoft, what do you got? All right. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys on Tuesday, and I'm sure Pedro and me will have lots to talk about, especially this weirdness. I'm not impressed, but I wasn't impressed before. Everyone else was. I think I was only excited for Miles Morales and a few other games on the last thing, but even then, those were all games, and not all of them were coming out in 2020. Some of them were 2021. They showed me the systems. Great. You didn't tell me a price. You didn't tell me anything, but somehow Sony's already won. This is not winning. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a Microsoft fanboy here, but at the same time, Microsoft has told me my path. They have told me what my system is going to look like. They have told me, by the way, all of these games, you are already getting them because you're already paying for Game Pass. So I don't have to worry about paying more money for your games, and I don't have to worry about if my system plays them because they already told me that PlayStation or Xbox games, Xbox One games are compatible with the Series X. All I need to know is a release date and a price for Microsoft. For Sony, I don't know anything. I don't know what you're playing. I don't know what your launch titles are. I don't know your service. I don't have any clue whatsoever. What your price, what your availability, when I pre-order, I don't have anything at the moment. You've told me a bunch of PlayStation 5 games, but none of those are showing to me that they're release date games. So if your system comes out early November or mid-November, what games can I buy day one? How many games can I play from my PlayStation 4 library? Can I just pop in a PS4 game? Does it have to be a digital title only? I'm even more confused now. All right, 40 minutes of state of play. The state of play is confusing. All right.